Hello guys, today we'll discuss basic Python programming and how to attack the brute force. What is brute force? Brute force is like predicting the user's login, and of course that's how the hackers penetrate your system. So brute force is extremely dangerous. So our purpose right now is for educational purpose. We are here to explain how to use brute force in the right way, at the same time how does brute force can affect and harm your program. We will be using Python in this lesson so that you will understand more how to use Python as your protection, and of course how to simulate the brute force harm to others domain. So we'll be using the Python to create a simple brute force simulation. So what is a brute force now? I mean, I just want to reiterate this. It is just like you are predicting or looking for a particular password so that you can break through to the user's computers. Okay, so in this lesson, we'll be using the random as our simple module. Okay, let us start. So we have here, okay, again, we will be using the Python module, the random program. Okay, now, so the purpose of the random here is, of course, we need to create a simple permutations of every data that we need to predict as part of the brute force principle. We need to define our own variable as to hold the string for the characters. Like for example, we have here the alphabets. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, O, I, W, X, Y, Z. And of course, these are the example of your lowercase characters. We can also use the uppercase, but since this is only part of our example drill exercise, so we have to make it simple. So we'll be using also the numbers here from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In the event that the user will enter for combinations of letters and characters, all the alphanumeric, well, of course, we can also look for that character inside the list. So after that, we need to use another character here or another variable here to convert the string as a list. So we will be using the casting. So the casting is like to converting data to another data type. So here we are using the list as a reserved word to convert the data list as a data list string as a list. Okay. For information, well, of course, we can use list to store our element, and of course that is mutable. Now we have here the password as our variable, literal variable as password, and we're gonna ask the user to encode the letter. Okay, so that encode the password. Okay, now what will happen right here? We will create another variable, a variable that will hold a void string. So we create the my guess string variable right here. Okay, so we don't have any value or object inside the my guess, and we will look inside the program just to inspect what will happen if we enter the password. So we'll be comparing the my guess to the my password. Oops, this is the wrong um, statement. So while my guess is not equals to, okay, password. So that's it. So while my guess is not equals to password, we'll be using the random, and then we'll use the my guess to reference it, and of course call the random to mutate, of course, the password and my guess inside the statement. So what will happen? So once this thing is generated, when we enter the code, automatically it will produce different characters at the top of that list, that list, the data list that was converted as a list. So we call the choices as part of the random method. So my guess, random the choices. Okay, and then we call in the data or the char data, because char data na hold the list of strings of the data list, and then we need to determine the length of that password right here using the k equals len, and then of course we have to put here the password. Okay, so you have it. Now after this, what will happen? So we need to print the output of the my guess. Let us check what will happen if we use this, and then we invoke again uh, the character method to use the join statement. What's the purpose of join statement? This is to like join the character, or maybe create the gaps for the characters, putting the comma or the period. So we have here my guess equals to double quotation, of course, and then we put the point join. Okay, So point join will again repeat the my guess. Okay. And after that, what will happen? Well, of course, this time we need to define uh, the statement inside the while, and we need to go back in our big main program by defining the indentation. So you push your cursor to the left, and then we need to display the result. So, for example, your password is, okay, your password is, well, of course, we need to put the plus symbol for the concatenation, and of course, the my guess. So there you have it. Again, so we have the random as module at the top. It's a very simple program, elementary program. At the same time, we only have the core part of these programs are the variable, the data, and of course the char data, and of course we have there um, the string that we assign to the first part of our variable. So this is how you run. This is how you create the program, a basic simulation for the brute force attack. Again, I just want to reiterate this that we are here for educational explanation for the brute force principle. You can use this against the intruders. At the same time, but of course, you have an extensive understanding how does the brute force works. Later in your project, you can develop this and of course convert this into another PL. Let us run the program. So let us see what will happen if we run this program. Okay. Um, so we have here. Okay, let us wait. Okay, so we have here the password. When we enter the password, what will happen? As you can see, the meat of the execution is inside the loop command. Okay, so we have the my guess, the password, and we compare the char data as a string to the password. So we have a wrong variable right here. I guess that is char data. We misspelled it, so we need to rectify it here. Okay, so we have here the char data. That's supposed to be char data. When we run the program again, okay, I'm pretty sure that we don't have any glitches right now. Oops, wrong. We need to enter RF right here. I will use only two characters. This is to have a quick result. So the password is RF. Where this data came from? We have the combinations of letters and number. That's how we simulate the brute force attack. Okay. For example, if I am the hacker and want really to define the password, so I can use this thing just to predict the exact password. Okay. So again, these are the examples of the data. We have a string, okay, alphanumeric letters and numbers, and we use the loop, and of course that's how we generate the codes right here. So let us again enter another password. Okay, so we have the previous password that I entered was the RF, and you can also enter more than 3 to 4 characters now. Now I have here the AF. Now that's how you do it. So the password is AF. That's how you generate it. It's like you're using a permutation. So I have only 2 characters. That's how we use the join command right there. So R comma W, that's my guess. Point join my guess. That's the purpose of that. So again, you need only to review these things and follow instructions. Please don't forget to share and subscribe in this channel. And of course, thank you so much for watching. Okay, keep safe and stay healthy.